Hey guys, Dr. Julia. It's Thursday and I'm doing my Wednesday video. It happens sometimes. I wanted to do a video today on my schedule. If y'all see me on a regular basis, you know that I don't get sick very often. I haven't been sick in 12 years. So I want to talk to you about why that is, because it's not by chance. I definitely take precautions every single day. Precautions meaning taking care of my body. Sometimes I don't do a good job, and I'm going to be honest with you about that. So I'm going to explain to you what it is that I do every day. I think the best way to do that is to talk about my schedule, because I am very intentional about my health. I'm very focused on my health, and I just want to be hopefully a source of inspiration for you. So every morning I get up at 3:50. Yes, 3:50 a.m. I get up, I do my morning routine, which is feeding my dog and getting myself ready for the gym. And then I go upstairs, and my dog is diabetic, so he needs an insulin shot. So I give him his insulin shot and let him outside and put him back. I tuck him back in bed with my husband. Then I go downstairs and I write something called Core 4. So it's just a way to map out your brain for things that you want to be intentional about through the day. And then it's basically a checklist that gets me prepared for the things I'm going to do. I focus on the things I'm going to do for my body that day, the things I'm going to do for my brain, the things I'm going to do for my relationships, and the things that I'm going to do for my business. So I write all those out, write out my gratitudes, write out my affirmations, because I believe that they are absolutely essential to your brain functioning the way that you need it to in order to achieve your goals. Then I go to the gym, there for an hour-ish, come home, get ready for work, take out food for that night's dinner, plan. I have a dinner plan most of the time, except for last night. And I take my son to daycare, and then I come to the office and do my administrative things, see patients for a few hours or however many hours I'm here that day, go home. My husband is usually cooking dinner, and he's so amazing, and he does that for us. And then, I wind down with my family and probably check social media a couple times and go to bed, basically, because I have to go to bed. Hey, I wake up at 3:50, so I have to go to bed at like the same time my 5-year-old does. Whatever, it's a thing. So the other thing I wanted to go over is the supplements I take. I am not a huge proponent of taking supplements just willy-nilly. I don't take a multivitamin, and the reason why is because I eat really healthy food most of the time. So 80-20 rule. So I do take specific things, especially with the current pandemic. I wanted to make sure that I was supporting my body in that way, because I do touch people all day, and I am in close proximity. Even though we take precautions at the office, I still wanted to make sure that I was getting the support that I needed. So I carry most of these supplements that I take. It was very intentional. So I take zinc, I take vitamin D. Okay, zinc, the one I currently have is 30 milligrams, and you want to take that with food. 30 milligrams would get you through the day, blocking any viral particle from attaching to the outside of the lipid bilayer. That's why you take zinc. Vitamin D3 is actually a hormone. It's not a vitamin. I don't know why it's called a vitamin, but it's a hormone. And it's literally used by every single cell in your body. So absolutely so essential. We basically, I'll ask people what they take, and they're not taking enough. So in the winter, you guys, we would have to be outside for multiple hours with hardly any clothes on to get enough vitamin D from the sun. In Wisconsin, we absolutely need to supplement. I supplement all the way through the summer too. Even though I'm on my boat every weekend and getting all the sun, you still need to supplement. And I take 20,000 units a day. I do get mine tested The last time I tested it was 70, which is a little outside what the typical reference range is. However, I think they'll probably admit that they need to redo those at some point. So 20,000 units. The one I sell at the office is, which I will make available year round, is 2,000 per drop. And that is a really high dose. It's also really, really good. Also something you want to take with food. Vitamin D is something that you absolutely want to take with food to increase your absorption rate. Buffered vitamin C is another thing that I take. And that is to, obviously, vitamin C we know helps balance the immune system. And this is super important. So I've even been guilty of this, of saying boost our immune system. That is not correct. We want to balance our nervous system. Boosting your immune system means that you're like going crazy trying to stop something from happening. Well, that's what happens when your body is exposed to something. It goes haywire. And that's why we get the symptoms we do, because we get sick. We actually just want to balance our immune system. That way our body is fighting it off and we don't even know it. That's called attenuation. Then quercetin, which is great lung support. And I am just going to say right now that I'm going to be carrying this through the seasonal allergy season, because there is tons of pollen and mold outside right now, which I'm going to be showing you the things I have in my hand. 2, pollen and mold are super high, and they are causing people to have headaches, acid reflux, vertigo, right shoulder pain. I mean, all kinds of different weird things. And it's because even though you may not have seasonal allergies, it is causing paranasal sinus, like plugging, it's causing ear plugging, things like that. Or you might not feel any symptoms at all, your joints just hurt. That's really common too. So quercetin is really good for supporting lung tissue. So even if you don't have allergies per se, supporting your lung tissue, because you are breathing in those microscopic particles and they're stopping your alveoli, which are the air sacs inside of your lung, from expanding all the way. So you're not getting a full breath in, even though it doesn't feel like anything's happening to you. But it might be why you feel dragged down. The other thing that I like to take for that situation is this, which I heard I've been selling out of this at Mother Nature Foods, but this is Apis mellifica. This is a homeopathic remedy, Apis mellifica, and the company is Byron, if you can see that. It's backwards, but Byron. It's a little blue vial like this. And this is actually a homeopathic remedy that is really good for decreasing lymph swelling and drainage. So that's something that you can take, that little kids can take. It's so good for having around during the summer when if you get like those monster mosquito bites. It's great for that. It helps attenuate your body to what's happening there and decreasing the histamine response. Also, when I feel like there's a little too much going around, I take some colloidal silver. I just take a dropper full in my mouth, swish it around and swallow it. And that, I think, adds an extra layer of protection in case I were to be exposed to something. So I also take electrolytes every day, multiple times a day. I carry these trace ones. We've got these new ones that have an immunity booster with elderberry. And the reason why I like those is because it gives you your adequate amount of electrolytes, but it also has vitamin C in it, 1,200 milligrams. And that's kind of nice because then you can take it all in one shot. I'm also going to be starting to carry a new product by Orthomolecular Products. That's an all-in-one. It has zinc, vitamin D, vitamin C, quercetin, and N-acetylcysteine that the rep actually came by the other day, and that was really cool. So I will be carrying that soon once I can get my hands on it. And the other thing I wanted to show you is this Arnica montana. So before, when I showed you the Apis mellifica, that 30C, that's a dosage. So that would be a typical dosage for an adult and a child. Arnica montana is good for pain. And so if you're dealing with a lot of chronic pain and your other modalities that you're treating with aren't cutting it, you can take it with it or in addition. And that is something that I use occasionally. Like if I get a headache or something, I get adjusted, and then I also take some Arnica. So hope you guys are having a great day. Happy Easter. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.